Where to begin? Where to begin? What's good, internet? My name is attackslug, and is this rock bottom? Is this channel dying a very slow and protracted death? Maybe. Is it possible to come back from such a devastating loss of audience and traffic? Maybe. Is doing the same thing over and over going to eventually bring back any of that audience?
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
But hold on there, playa. Let's back up a little bit and first figure out who is to blame here. Whose fault is it that things are the way they are in 2019?
It was me all along!
And it's easy to first and foremost blame YouTube. As a YouTuber, that is your first instinct, is to blame YouTube because, to be fair, they do f*** up quite a lot. And having had a great month of August last year, when I went from August, then September, then October, which is usually my best month of the year, and I just kept seeing the numbers go down, I'm like, what are you doing, YouTube? And out there in rumor land, I heard it through the grapevine that YouTube in October had changed how they classify one view. From what I'm hearing, and obviously I can't confirm this, but I'm hearing now that somebody has to watch
25% at best
of that video to count it as one view, which is insane. So surely I would like to blame YouTube for this entire scenario of burying the channel shovel style and not recommending videos, etc., etc. But perhaps, perchance, there is another culprit, and that is the decline of the overall audience for wrestling-related content. Vince! And one easy metric for that is pay-per-view prediction videos. You look at early in 2018 versus late in 2018, and you're gonna see a pretty decent drop-off in the views of those two. So people are just burned out on wrestling, and perhaps that's why my 2K19 videos did very poorly as compared to 18, 17, 16, 15, etc. Believe me, I get it. Raw has been terrible. That's their fault, not mine. I can't control that. But what if I could? But these are my videos, so how much of that blame falls upon me?
It's me!
I'm not being enthusiastic enough, or excited enough, or whatever it is that people want to see. I'm not playing enough Fortnite, apparently. You suck at Fortnite! But of course, the confusing metric there is that my subs are still going up. Like, slowly but steadily, my subs are still going up. People are still subscribing. And you would think, with your daily subscriptions going up, that your daily views would also go up. If I learned one thing from January, it's that I could put out half the videos, do half the work, and still maintain the same level of traffic, because YouTube has me in this box. Not any lower, not any higher, I'm just kind of trapped here. But considering that YouTube, a lot of the times, does not send out notifications,
You get nothing!
thanks guys, or the content is just not to their liking and they're gonna be subscribed, but not watch. Yeah, but like, what if you played, Fortnite? Which is how you end up with over 70,000 subscribers and can make videos, even of wrestling, that do under 1,000 views. And it's like, why you no watch? Is it me? Is it YouTube? Is it wrestling? Like, what is it all three? We're all to blame. We're gonna share in this blame train. I've always tried my absolute best to stay 100% authentic in the content that I create. And perhaps my tastes don't align with the general YouTube taste, clearly. More Fortnite! I know the solutions to these problems might seem obvious to some people, but the bottom line is I am downright terrible at faking enthusiasm. I can't pretend to like things I don't actually like just to get more views on YouTube. It would be super clear to you guys if I'm playing a game that I don't actually give a shit about. No, I'm here to play video games and talk wrestling. That's what I love to do. But moving into 2019, that is clearly not enough.
And it's time for a change!
So what options do I have? Let's review.
Break it down!
I could totally go down the clickbait rabbit hole. I know that YouTube right now is saying we're gonna crack down on thumbnails, but there are still ways to make elaborate clickbait nonsense, and the fact of the matter is, it works.
The numbers don't lie!
Personally, I've avoided going down that clickbait rabbit hole because it just feels like an escalating amount of nonsense. Like, I understand why it works, but having to sit here and, like, Photoshop my eyeballs real big, or whatever. On that same note, I could totally get into, like, oh man, you guys, every game is so awesome, you should play it, I love it, give me all the money. But again, I'm terrible at faking enthusiasm, and that hurt my voice. I could go into the avenue of making these long, heavily edited video essay type things. Those do quite well on the platform, but those are a gamble. Because just because you put more work and more hours and more time and more craft into a video does not guarantee that video gets views. So you can spend 20 hours editing a video and get 20 views. 20 cents, if you're lucky. And even when I've done videos that are more heavily edited, like my Game of the Year videos, those do way less than wrestling videos. Now, of course, the opposite of the video essay, which is a lot less videos, would be to flood the market with way more Attack Slug content, and the problem there is definitely YouTube, because the more videos you put out in a given day, the less notifications they send out, the more they put a chokehold on those videos, and just they get no views, and it's a lot of work for no traffic. See, here I'm now by myself, talking to myself. That's chaos theory. Of course, there's always sponsored videos, and I can hear the crowd chanting now. I didn't sell out, I bought in. I don't want to do sponsored videos. And believe me, I've gotten plenty emails in the last 5 years saying, hey, please play this game, we'll pay you money. I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to get into that vein of, oh man, I'll take any money for anything because money over everything. I have tried my hardest in the last 5+ years that if I'm playing a game and I tell you I like it, is because I genuinely like it, and vice versa. As many of you have suggested, I could move this whole operation over to Twitch. But of course, that's a whole different laundry list of potential issues. Number one being my voice can't handle constantly talking for 6 hours, 8 hours, etc. to have a successful Twitch stream.
Thanks for donating. Up next, we're gonna play some more Fortnite. Stick around, you guys.
And because I am not the most enthusiastic or hype beast, whatever, this shit right here, having to rely on subs and donations is kind of not how, like, I want the content to speak for itself. Not because I'm reading out your name on a live stream. Let's see, what else? Oh, I could make every episode I do episode 1. Because clearly on YouTube, episode 1 gets the most views. Welcome to the series, bro. Still for more episodes. And smash that like button. So every day, I could play a different game and say, hey, this game, episode 1, and then never play it again.
That's a good trick.
Much like the Twitch suggestion, I've heard, hey, focus more on your second channel. You have a second channel? Because there's been a prevailing thought that YouTube has a habit of pushing newer channels over older channels. Back of the line, old man. And while that is less risky than moving everything over to Twitch, that is still pretty much having to start over, right? I mean, the most obvious solution is to just jump on whatever is the most popular game at the moment on that bandwagon, and then ride that bandwagon until the wheels fall off, and then find a different bandwagon, and hop on that one, and go from game to game to game to game, as long as they're being popular, being watched, etc., etc., and man, that's exhausting. 9 times out of 10, the games that I'm good at are not the games that are popular. But if somehow, some way, in 2019, Trials Rising and Spelunky 2 are the biggest games of the year, man, I'm set. I'm good to go. And what a world that would be. I could totally go back to rapping. YouTube is broken, sub boxes are choking. Tell me it's okay, what the f is you smoking? Man, you think I wouldn't notice? Play the game, get the clicks, way to fame, get you rich, but how that shit is bogus. On second thought, let's not. And I could totally get into the top 10 list bit of business, because those are pretty low effort, right? It's just, I'm gonna sit here and read off of Wikipedia and put up some pictures that kind of moving around a little bit, and that's it. The problem there is that I don't have an accent, and those tend to do well when you have an accent for whatever reason here on YouTube. And also, I'm pretty terrible at making top 10 lists, even if this video is a top 10 list. And so after all those words being said, all those different various edits in front of this green screen, where does that leave me?
I don't know!
And regardless of whose fault that is, between YouTube, between the downturn in wrestling, and between my dumb face, but something has to change. And if there's some brilliant idea that you've thought of, that you think is going to help this channel, certainly leave it down in the comments below. All of you long-time Attack Slug fans, I love you. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching videos. I have no idea where 2019 is going to take this channel. I have no idea where 2019 is going to take my life. I started this journey as an absolute nobody, and if I end this journey as an absolute nobody, at least I had fun doing it. Can't ask for much more than that. I'm Attack Slug. I'll see you next time, whenever that happens to be, right here on this channel, and I'm out.